Chandamama Ramayanam. Part 17. The commencement of Aranyakanda. Rama, together with Sita and Lakshman, entered the vast and fearsome Dandaka forest. At the very edge of the forest were many hermitages of sages. The region where these hermitages stood was beautiful and fit for habitation. The sages there received Sita, Rama, and Lakshman with gracious hospitality and said, "O Rama, because a king punishes the wicked, he is like a father to the people. We live within your kingdom. Whether you dwell in the city or in the forest, you are our king. Therefore, you alone must always protect us." Rama spent the night in those hermitages. At dawn, he set out again with Sita and Lakshman and entered a desolate and terrifying forest. In that dreadful forest there was no trace of beauty. Wherever one looked, there were frightening sights alone. The trees stood tangled and menacing. Pools of water inspired disgust. All manner of fearsome beasts roamed throughout that forest. As they proceeded through that pathless wilderness, a demon confronted them. He was extraordinarily tall. He had a huge mouth and an enormous belly, and his very appearance inspired revulsion. In his hand he held a massive spear, upon which heads of lions, tigers, wolves, deer, and even an elephant were impaled. Seeing Sita, Rama, and Lakshman, the demon rushed toward them like Yam, the god of death, lifted Sita effortlessly, placed her under his arm, and said, "It seems you have come into this forest only after your lifespan is exhausted. You wear the guise of ascetics, yet why is this woman with you? I shall take her as my wife. I am accustomed to eating sages. Therefore, I shall kill you and drink your blood." The moment Rama saw Sita trapped under the demon's arm, struggling in terror, his heart was torn apart with grief. Weeping, he said to Lakshman, "The very intention with which Kaki sent me to the forest is now being fulfilled little by little. Lakshman, even the death of our father or the loss of the kingdom never caused such pain. This anguish arises because this wretch has dared to touch Sita." Seeing Rama's sorrow, Lakshman was seized with uncontrollable fury. "Why do you weep while I stand beside you? With a single arrow I shall take this creature's life," he said to Rama, and then mockingly addressed the demon. "Tell me, who are you that roam this forest at ease? I am the one who asks, you are the ones who answer." "Where are you headed?" the demon replied. "We are Kshatriyas, men of righteous conduct, dwelling in the forest." "Now tell us who you are," said Rama. "Listen, I shall tell you. My father is Jaya, my mother is Shataharda, and my name is Viradha. By performing great austerities to Brahma, I obtained a boon that I cannot be slain by any weapon. Therefore, abandon your desire for this woman and flee to save yourselves." "What gain is there for me in taking your lives?" said the demon. Rama's eyes reddened with anger. "Wretch, do you abduct another man's wife? Your time has come," he declared, and stringing his bow, shot 7 sharp arrows that sunk deep into the demon's body. Viradha laughed derisively, set Sita down, and with a single violent shake of his body, all 7 arrows sprang out of him and fell to the ground. Enraged, he lifted his spear and charged at Rama and Lakshman. Rama shattered the spear into pieces with 2 arrows. Yet Viradha paid no heed and attempted to seize them. Rama and Lakshman drew their swords and struck him with many blows. Ignoring even those wounds, the demon effortlessly lifted both of them, placing one on each shoulder, and began striding across the forest. "Let us see where he carries us like this," Rama said to Lakshman. But Sita, clinging to the demon's hands and weeping loudly, cried out, "Alas! This demon is carrying Rama and Lakshman away. Wolves or great tigers will devour me. O demon, I bow to you. Release them and take me instead." Hearing Sita's anguished cry, Rama and Lakshman gathered their strength and, with the swords in their hands, severed both of Viradha's shoulders. He fell down like a collapsing mountain. As he lay there, Rama and Lakshman struck him with fists and knees, pummeling him mercilessly until not a bone seemed left unbroken. Even then, his life did not depart. Holding Viradha motionless by pressing a foot upon his throat, Rama said, Lakshman, let us bury him thus. Dig a large pit. Lakshman dug a pit beside him. Rama and Lakshman forcefully hurled the demon into it. As he fell, the terrifying scream he let out made the entire forest tremble. Afterward, Rama and Lakshman filled the pit with stones. Rama embraced Sita, comforted her, and said to Lakshman, We are not accustomed to forests such as this. It is not good for us to remain here. Let us quickly go to the hermitage of the great sage Sharbhanga. As they approached the hermitage of the great sage Sharbhanga, Rama beheld a wondrous sight. High above the ground appeared a radiant chariot, yoked with green horses. A great being, shining like the sun, adorned with resplendent ornaments, and clad in spotless garments, was seen moving toward the hermitage without touching the earth. Many attendants, just like him, accompanied him, all appearing to be about 25 years of age. Showing this sight to Lakshman, Rama said, Lakshman, that appears to be Indra himself. I shall go and find out. You and Sita remain here. So saying, he set out toward Sharbhanga's hermitage. The one who had come was indeed Indra. He had arrived in his own chariot to take the great sage Sharbhanga to Brahmaloka. Realizing that Rama was coming to meet him, Indra said to Sharbhanga, Rama is coming to meet me. Through him, a great task must be accomplished. Until that task is completed, I do not wish to be seen by him. Saying this, he mounted his chariot and departed. When his attempt failed, Rama rejoined Sita and Lakshman, approached Sharbhanga, and bowed to him. By then, Sharbhanga had made all preparations to enter the sacred fire. When Rama asked about Indra, the sage replied, Yes, through the power of my penance I have attained Brahmaloka. Indra came to take me there. Knowing that you were coming for my sake, I wished to see you before departing. I grant to you the Brahmaloka and the heavens that I have attained. Accept them. Revered sir, I shall attain the worlds I need by my own effort. For now, please tell me of a place in this forest suitable for our dwelling, said Rama. Along the course of this river lies the hermitage of the great sage Sutikshna. He can show you a fitting place. Remain here and witness me leaving this body, as a serpent casts off its slough, said Sharbhanga. He poured oblations into the fire and entered it. When his body, bones and all, was consumed by the flames, he emerged from the fire in a divine body of about 25 years of age. Seeing this, Sita, Rama, and Lakshman were struck with amazement. After Sharbhanga relinquished his body, all the sages of the hermitage came to Rama and said, O Rama, the sages dwelling along the banks of the Pampa, in Chitrakuta, and along the Mandakini are being subjected to unspeakable torments by demons. See how the bodies of sages slain by them lie scattered. You alone must protect the sages from these cruel demons. I thought that the only merit of coming to the forest was to obey my father's command. Now, because of you, another merit has come to me as well. I shall certainly protect the sages from the demons, said Rama. As Rama set out toward the hermitage of Sutikshna, Vakhasna and others moved along with him. They crossed several rivers and entered a forest lying beside a mountain. Within that forest stood the hermitage of the great sage Sutikshna. When Rama announced his name and bowed, Sutikshna clasped him tightly in an embrace and said, O Rama, I have been hearing of you ever since you reached Chitrakuta. I have performed great austerities. I give all their fruit to you. Enjoy all the worlds together with Sita and Lakshman. Revered sir, I shall attain the worlds by my own effort. If there is a place fit for dwelling in this forest, please tell me, said Rama. If you wish, you may stay in this very hermitage. Here there is no affliction except from wild beasts, said Sutikshna. If by mistake I were to kill animals belonging to the hermitage, you might be angered. Therefore, this hermitage is not suitable for me, said Rama. Sita, Rama, and Lakshman spent that night there in comfort. At dawn, Rama completed his daily rites and said to Sutikshna, Revered sir, the sages who have come with me are in haste. Please grant us leave. Sita brought and handed over the weapons of Rama and Lakshman. On the way, Sita said to Rama, "There are three great sins in the world: speaking falsehood, desiring another man's wife, and enmity without cause. Of all these, enmity without cause is the worst. I know well that the first two sins do not touch you. But why should you slay demons who have done you no harm? Why promise these sages that you will kill them? Merely carrying weapons itself is a harm." Long ago, while a sage was engaged in penance, Indra came in the guise of a soldier to disrupt his penance, and asked him to keep a sword safely, saying he would return to take it back. That sage, carrying the sword with him to guard it, at first used it only to cut fruits and roots. But gradually his mind turned toward violence, and in the end, he died and went to hell. Therefore, at least during this period of forest dwelling, let us renounce weapons and practice penance. After returning to Ayodhya, we may follow the Kshatriya code. This is not a command, only a suggestion. Rama replied to Sita, "All those sages implored me earnestly. At their request, I gave my word that I would slay the demons and allow their penance to continue without hindrance. I may give up you, Lakshman, and even my own life, but I shall never abandon a vow once made." Chandamama Ramayanam, Part 17, complete. For now, Swasti.